Hello friends, Those Back Pages here. I hope you're well. As you can see by the title of tonight's episode, Topps lied. Yep, they did. That has a few meanings, a couple which we'll go over. I'm sure I'll forget something and then think of it later on after I hit publish for this episode. First off, they said that we'll start with good old-fashioned Project 2020, which I absolutely love and adore. Project 2020, you should all well know what it is by now. It's brought me more friends than I can imagine. It helped pass a lot of time when there was even more unknown about the future than there is now. Last spring was a very difficult time for so many of us. And the gentleman on this self-portraited on this box here, Blake Jameson, started a nightly routine on his YouTube channel at 10:23 p.m. Eastern. We began calling ourselves the Stream Team. A bunch of us would gather at his YouTube channel every night, in the beginning 7 days a week at 10:23. And let's be real here, there wasn't much else going on in last spring. So more on that in a minute. So at the conclusion of Project 2020, which was not even 2 months ago, that's important, remember that, Blake announced that he'd be doing his own 1951 Topps set. 52 cards, 13 cards a week. It's celebrating 70 years. So 13 cards a week. Each wave had 13 cards in it. It is since completed. But this is wave 1. Now, you look at this, you would have no idea this is wave 1. There's no marking on the front. That's the back. On the front. On any of the sides. It doesn't tell you about anything what's inside. It doesn't, each wave comes with a complete 13 card set of that wave, and then a shot at a parallel or one of the rare Blake Jameson rookie cards. But Topps promised that these would be marked. As I've shown you, I purchased 3 of these and there were no markings on any of them. Now some people have gotten these and shown it off, and it's got a white box sticker. It says Wave 1. Wave 2 is in people's hands. I have not received mine yet. And I am being told that, again, some of the boxes are marked, but most of them seem not to be. This is an ongoing issue, as I discussed with their on-demand products that come in a plain black box that says Topps On Demand. And I guess you could be fortunate enough that it has a copyright date on the back telling you what year it came out. But again, you'd have no idea what's inside. So, Topps lied about this. So, I was planning on opening one set and bindering it up, putting in a folio, and then keeping 2 sets sealed. But, again, I wrote, you can't even make, I don't know if you can make it out there. I wrote there 1 for, week 1 on here. Again, but if I were to move this, alright, well, I'm glad you trust me, but eBay is not such a kind place. So, again, top slide. So, this is the second to last card, $3.99 from the Project 2020 Tops set, and this is the King Saladin Mike Trout rendition of the 2011 Tops Update Mike Trout rookie. It's a nice looking card, but without going into too many specifics right away, because we've gone over this before, and a few episodes back I was fortunate enough to hit one of the randomly inserted foils. 1 in 20 is the stated odds, so you can just see the shine difference. I think that's the case is scuffed up. I think. Well, the card is sealed, so there's the good old school scratch on the back like so many of these have. But I think that's just wear on the case. I can't tell. But again, this was a gratis. It came as an addition to, was not included in the purchase price. The purchase price of this from Topps was $19.99. And I was fortunate enough to get this, and then one other thing, totally random, totally lucky. But the point being, this set is not even 2 months over, and this week on February 17th, Topps will be introducing Project 70. And they said that there would be no Project 2021. This is Project 2020. They said to us that there would be no Project 2021. So technically, I suppose by definition they did not lie. But there's a Project 70, which towards the end of Project 2020, these were coming out 3 per day, Monday to Friday, available for 48 hours each. If you bought the bundle that day, you got a discount. If you bought them individually, you got no discount. Project 70 is going to be 3 cards each day, Monday to Friday, available for 70 hours each instead of 48. And I do believe, and I'm really hoping, because I'm filming this before it is known, but I really hope I'm wrong, but I do believe they will be $20 each, and you will get some kind of bundle discount if you buy all 3, probably $49.99 if I had to guess. So Topps lied. That's the bottom line. Topps lied. Now, if they released them all like this, if this is your base card now, alright, now we're cooking. $20 for this, I could see it. But, and I know I said this, a year ago, 10 months ago, that no way I would pay $20 for one of these. I mean, it is a 130. It's not in a Ultra Pro. In the beginning they were, but then they ran out of them, and they wound up using 6 different cases. That's another debacle. But I can't. I should be a lot more excited for it than I am. I just can't. I just cannot. I just feel betrayed. Not even 2 months in the bag, and they're rolling out, and there were 400 cards in this set. In Project 70, there's going to be 1,020 cards. It's 51 artists creating 20 cards each, 20 things each, 51 contributors, let me rephrase that, contributing supposedly 20 cards. We don't know. There's some sneaker companies, and Snoop Dogg is one of the artists. I'm curious to see what he does. But man, it's just a kick in the junk. So, but if they make them all foil, then maybe then that's something I can get behind at that price point, because Topps lied. I would just rather them, do it, produce the set like Topps Living or Topps Now, and make it on regular cardstock, either Topps Living style, which is kind of like archives, kind of not quite heritage style, and then Topps Now, which is a glossy type of finish. So yeah, Topps lied. So I've got some mail I want to show off here. We'll do this first, and then we'll end with this. This I won't flip it over because it's got personal information on it. But this is from my friend Tim, who I was fortunate enough to meet through the stream team, and he's a very generous fella. I had tweeted that I was not able to find any 2020 Topps Chrome. We'll just do this now. 2020 Topps Chrome update, which has been a Target exclusive since 2014. It started in 2013. From 2013 until 2019, I've been able to buy it at my local Target. Now that we're in the grips of 2021, everybody knows what the wax situation is in the community. So I had said on Twitter that it looks like my run of acquiring Topps Chrome Update boxes at suggested retail price has come to an end. It's time to come to grips with that. So Tim, he said, well, you know what? If I find one, it's yours. I'll send it to you. No worries. And I said, you don't have to do that, and I appreciate it. And it wasn't very long thereafter, he actually found one at his local Target, and had asked me for my address, and here we are. He said he sent it. Here it is. It's kind of heavy, so he sent some other stuff because that's who Tim is. Tim is one of the nicer people I've met in this hobby. So let's crack this open and see what's inside, other than the Topps Chrome update box, which will go right in the. Oops! I almost turned that around. That would have been bad, because he wrote his address and my address are on that side, and then I would have had to refilm this, and that would suck. So let's see. We got some paper. Oh, look at this! You gotta be kidding me. Tim does it again. Very generous fella. So this is the Topps Chrome update, which I will be adding to the shelf. The wax cellar that when I do my front-facing views, you'll see it up there in the background. So happy to add that to the collection. Thank you, Tim. Let's see, and of course there we go, a Pete Alonso 2020 Series 1 baseball tin. It seems like, just yesterday I had released that video showing full shelf of Target 2020 baseball. Here's look at this. Haven't seen one of these in forever either. This is a 2020 Donruss baseball blaster. And I think he did say he did not. Oh, that's perfect. This box is very well packed, so thank you very much. As I make a mess, as usual. Very nice. 11 hollow purples and 5 Rapture Parallels. You haven't probably seen one of these in a long time. I know I haven't. So, a little bit of mail. I've always been telling you guys that, obviously collect however you want. That's fine. But if you are interested, if not financial gain, but I guess financial gain is your thing, then you can't go wrong with the goats. And I like collecting the goats because I like collecting the best. And I don't, like I've told you guys for a long time, I'm not really concerned about the assigned grade. I'm concerned with owning the card. And again, just buy it raw. Well, we've gone over, we don't need this to be a 3-hour video. I've gone over why I like slabs. That has not changed. And I do see slabs gaining more popularity in the hobby. It's natural progression, I suppose. But anyway, I'm babbling on. I got in a couple of Kobe's I wanted to show off that I'm quite proud to add to my collection for the first time. I never really collected Kobe all that much, and I regret that now. So I'm playing catch up, and I think that Kobe stuff is still, even though it's gone up quite a bit recently, I think that it's still got a ways to go. I mean, without being morbid, his book is closed now. He's completed the complete cycle of collecting a life. But I think as time goes by, his legacy will grow. He died at a very young age, 41 years old. So, on to the cards. I think this is a fantastic looking card in my opinion. This is the, let's see if I can get that right. This is this is the 1998 Black Diamond Double Diamond Red Parallel. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it justice on this video, but it's foil. It's got, somewhat backing etching, not total etching like chrome, but what I like about this, it's numbered to 3000 on the back, right up here. And this is the quote-unquote easiest parallel. There's a gold, which is numbered to 1500, and a green, which is numbered to 150. And the green is the quadruple diamond, and I think that there might be harder ones, more difficult ones to find. But what I like about this a lot, this is the poor man's PMG red. If you know what PMG is, you know exactly what I'm talking about, which is why I like this one, and I like the green one, but the green one numbered to 150 is quite expensive. But this one I have here wasn't cheap. It was about $100, so it wasn't cheap, but that's pretty much my threshold with trying to pick up cards. But again, if you want to, this came out the year after 97, year after the 97 metal PMGs, and yeah, if you wanted a PMG red PSA 9, you'd probably have to sell your house. I can't imagine that card being less than $200,000 at this time. But this is a nice looking red, poor man's PMG. We've always called these PMG red and PMG green, so that's what we've always called those. Next up, and this is something I was just thinking about as I was getting ready to shoot tonight's episode, and it made me chuckle. I'll make sense. Hopefully that makes sense in a minute. But this is from 2007 Stadium Club. This is the Beam Team Relics. I mean, there's a piece of his supposedly game-used jersey. Who the heck knows? You never know with those things. Honestly, I wish they had made this without it. And I like that that's the purple one, because even though it shows up fairly prominent on the video, in person it's not blaring. Like if this was yellow or white, it might be more blaring, but since it's the purple. But it looks good with the purple and gold. But this is, if you're a long-time collector, you know exactly Beam Team means. And I did take this out just to show. I've had this for a long time. This is the Jordan Beam Team, and again, you can see that It's, designed after. I mean, obviously the wording is different. The font's pretty much the same. The sides are the same. I mean, they did a good job replicating it for the most part and making room for the jersey swatch. But it's the sides that have always attracted me to this card, and of course Panini uses these now on the Velocity cards on their products. But Topps did it in '92. And the thing I find funny is that this card is now 14 years old. When this came out, this card had turned 15 years old. So they're about the same. It's kind of weird when you think about it. You stop and you think that 1992 was 29 years ago. 2007 was 14 years ago. Time marches on. We can't get caught up in that. It's very easy to, get disgruntled with the way everything's going with prices. You cannot let it get you down. Like I've always told you guys, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You have to zag when they're zigging type of thing. Sure, some stuff is really, really expensive now, and heck, a lot of it is. I like to joke around that I'm myself personally priced out on a lot of stuff, and that's true. But I keep digging. I keep looking for alternatives like this, like this 2007 Kobe. It's cracked. I didn't even notice that. I just opened it before. It's cracked up there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really affect anything. It might just be a deep scratch, like a divot. But anyway, it's a PSA 6. Doesn't matter. I really appreciate that it's a PSA 6 because that saved me a bunch of money. Like if this was a 9 or a 10, I wouldn't even bother. If this was a 9, I probably would have been outbid on it. I won this with a PSA 5 Hoops rookie, which I should have grabbed. But, the lot was $112 for the pair, which I thought was reasonable just to get this. I don't know what this is worth on its own. And the 5, I haven't looked it over, but I'm guessing it's the 5 Hoops is a 5 Hoops because of a wrinkle or some minor issue that the person submitting it didn't see, which is the case with many modern card PSA 5s. Again, use the grading game rules to your advantage as a collector. So I'm just proud to have this because it's, there aren't a ton of these on eBay. I think there might be 2 more medium tie grade ones or hundreds of dollars, and that's not something that I'm comfortable adding to the collection at this point. I know that sounds kind of weird to some of you, but I enjoy collecting how I enjoy collecting. So it's just super happy to have these in the collection and never get tired of this Jordan. It's actually shot up a lot. I bought this years ago and it was like $100 years ago. So that tells you, Jordan has been popular for a long time. So I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. If you're new here, I strongly suggest that you drop some comments below and let me know what you think about all this new stuff going on. And if you're new here and you're returning to the hobby, please have a look at my older episodes. I feel that there's a lot of nice information that I've shared over the last 3+ years. And I pride myself on sharing knowledge and spreading the hobby love and not charging people. That's, I think in today's society, especially with so much focused on dollar signs and dollar figures, we need to, take advantage of things that we have at our fingertips on the internet that are absolutely free. And with that, please remember to always be kind.